football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Bucs and the Lions on Sunday night.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. But just ahead, we'll decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the Detroit Lions. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And bringing them out is the top pick in the 2018 draft, fiery competitor from Oklahoma, Baker Mayfield.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the one touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Mayfield to throw it. Another catch by White. Back-to-back plays. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Mayfield looks to throw. Out route, and the ball is caught by Godwin. And Godwin going to have a Bucs first down as he'll get this down to the 47-yard line. They run straight ahead here with White. Down to about the 45. Well, as you can see, they're not operating at full health today, partner. That's been a big story the last couple of weeks. But the bottom line, their record is solid, and you know that this is still a very dangerous team, even with those guys missing.
What they have shown us throughout this season is that this team has stayed focused, and some injuries, they're just not going to derail the momentum they've built up all season long. They continue to go out there and play and give their best performances.
15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Mayfield. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
We'll talk about a rhythm breaker right there. They've been moving the ball well. Driving started beautifully. That one's going to hurt.
A tough spot here. 3rd and 15. To throw, Mayfield. too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
You get a sense of what this game plan might be. They think they can take a few home run shots against this defense. They tried it there in the opening drive, but that ball's incomplete.
And his kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're brought out by a former #1 overall pick, coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And what a great game that was to watch last week, because he put on a show in the wild card round with 5 touchdown passes. So if you ever want to see what a hot quarterback looks like, watch that tape. Let's see if that same hot quarterback shows up in this one.
And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Well, that's good for a first down. There's a guy who went over 1,000 yards receiving in the regular season, and now he's got his first catch of the playoffs. First carry now for David Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. From the 42-yard line, here's second down and 3. Reynolds will go in motion right. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Oh, this one, he may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away. On 1st and 10, Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable. Usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on first down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They start the drive with White. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here. Now inside the 25. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Now Mayfield. And his throw is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on, because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play.
And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Keeft. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers are able to widen their advantage.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
Chase McLaughlin on for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And you work so hard during the regular season to earn that bye to go to the divisional round fresh. Well, maybe they're too fresh because they've come out here pretty flat.
And how many times have we seen it? Let's go to other sports now. Let's go to basketball, baseball, those ones where the playoffs are a series. And you see teams who were playing before versus the team that had the bye, and they take them on. And how more often does that team that's been playing before win game one? Right. Almost always, right? Feels that way anyway. But it's a one-shot deal like the NFL. That's critical because now you come in and you get the momentum. You can take them out in that one game, and it's over. And those other ones, that team at home usually gets a chance to recover, and they're usually the better team.
Well, they better halt that momentum on the other side quickly, or this might be their last game. Here's Goff. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. This is brought in at the 21. It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. Mayfield on play action. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Levi Onwuzurike. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
When you see a quarterback retreating away from the line of scrimmage toward the other goal line like that, usually doesn't end well.
You're exactly right about that. Normally, if they're moving from side to side, they've got a chance maybe to get back upfield. He was trying to shake defenders and extend the play, but it doesn't work out very well for them at all. You need those extra yards on the other side of the line of scrimmage. Now you're digging a hole for your offense.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Romeo Okwara gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also 4th down now. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. It's fielded at the 45. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now Goff on 1st down. The 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Sam Laporta, 47 yards. And the Lions have cut it back within a score.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Michael Badgley on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. They certainly made quick work of that, ultra-quick work. One of the fastest drives you'll ever see, just one play resulting in the touchdown.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. Main drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. Here's 3rd and 3.
Throwing, Mayfield.
That is caught. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a throw here, hauled in. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1.
They'll go up the middle with White. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Bucs first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2. (10-7) our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This is 2nd and 8.
They keep it on the ground. White again. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with White. Shoves him away. And he works free. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
64 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
And when you get into the divisional round of the playoffs, this is where having the ability to run the football is such an advantage. The defenses, they're generally going to be tougher the further you go along. So if you can get something established up front, it's going to give you a great chance to move on.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. A quick throw caught by Evans out wide.
No gain on the play. And it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. On 3rd down, Mayfield.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit back in possession of the football. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Going up the gut, Montgomery. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on third down. Now Goff. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Offense heading back out, and with them comes Rachaad White. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him defensively, and now it brings up third down. Mayfield down. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
And that ball's going to angle out at the 3-yard line. A beauty. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route. And
down the numbers. There he goes. He's got a full head of steam on his horse. Touchdown, Detroit. David Montgomery, 97 yards. And the Lions strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Badgley on for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Well, Rashad White and the rest of this Tampa Bay offense going back to work now. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen, put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well. Mayfield now on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Palmer. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. This offense on third down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. On a handoff, it's White. 76 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They go right back to White here on first down. We'll get this up to about the 44.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Afitu Melifonwu. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this to the 22. The Tampa Bay offense set to go again. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
From the gun, Mayfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Set him down started. They need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He's going to float this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
Now that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up. Converged on his man and broke the play up.
And it's fielded at the 34. It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Lions will take over. See David Montgomery heading back out to begin the drive. He's already cruised past the 100-yard mark. We haven't even gone away for halftime yet.
He might not want halftime. All right, why cool off?
Keep everybody here.
Let's stay out on the field and keep going. But all that being said, everything is really working well for them. The play calling's been excellent. The blocking's been terrific. And obviously his vision and legs have herded him to this big number so far. We could be seeing something really special here.
And we'll see how much they give him the ball here.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Goff now looking to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. To the air again. Goff. And that's incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Buccaneers defense holds, and they get the football back. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down. And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation. On 2nd down, they'll run with White, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged. At times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Mayfield. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Well, certainly as a fan, you get a little bit nervous when you see him make those kind of throws. But they work on that in practice more than we know. And most of them now know their limits and know what they can get away with. And there's a completion right there.
First down, here's White. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Opting to run again here with White. 86 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. 3rd and 4. Mayfield to throw it. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the Lions are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. And that now 2 interceptions thrown in the 2nd quarter.
And you know, a lot of people look at these guys and they think to themselves that maybe, possibly, they're still thinking about the first one. And they probably are. I think in this case, he's just trying to atone for the first interception. Tried a little bit too hard, maybe forced it a bit, and instead created a 2nd one.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And they'll send the tight end in motion. He'll begin by dropping it off to Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now Goff. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Shaquille Barrett. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football, but you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away, and it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. So possession goes over here on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he's going to get it across across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on Divisional Round Weekend. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Mayfield. Right back to Chris Godwin. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 36-yard line.
To throw, Mayfield. Here's White. They set up the screen. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Levi Onwuzurike. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Mayfield looks to throw. And pressure coming, and they got it once again. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. Third and long for Mayfield as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now this incomplete, and I don't see any flags coming out. He was clearly in the pocket, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, and that brings up fourth down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. The Lions now taking over late in this first half. Goff on first down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
On third down, they go Montgomery. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. He'll take it a few steps in front of the 50. One more drive here for the Buccaneer offense in this first half. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should be a position now where the great ones, they relish this opportunity to try and put points on the board.
Throw left side taken in by Palmer. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Mayfield. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down. Mayfield on play action. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it. So on comes the field goal unit. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right down the middle. And that'll get the lead down to 5. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals, but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC Divisional Round matchup as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. In that first half, it was David Montgomery who proved to be tough to stop. He's already over 100 yards rushing for the game and has a touchdown run as well. We saw a couple of high-octane offenses getting it done in the first half. Both teams had no problems moving the football. And you'd have to think, the team whose defense shows up in the second half is going to be the one who walks out of here with a victory.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. And the Lions getting set to go on offense to start the third. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
But I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But if they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game.
Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete.
On any passes in the middle of the field, anyone who's going after the football is going to be conscious that it's probably going to be contested and often physically. Sometimes that leads to drops.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the third downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the third quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, that's a defense coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
Throwing again is Goff. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they'll be inside the red zone with a ball at the 16-yard line. A defensive-minded coach loves to bring the heat, brought the heat there, and it worked out.
And nowadays, all those defensive-minded coaches, for them, it's all about getting the football. I went into one facility, and as soon as you walked into the defensive room, there was a football, like on a spring, and each guy that walks in that plays has to act like he's knocking the ball free. They want those instincts created. They want them to think about that all the time, and that's what they try to preach.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. And the Buccaneers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. White. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Todd Bowles leaving his offense on the field. They're going to go for 2 here. Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. And he's got it. The try for two is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. So they make the decision. They want a 3-point lead versus a 2-point lead, and they got it.
Yeah, at this stage of the game, it seems like the exact right thing to do. Put a little pressure on your defense, but the biggest thing now is you're making the other team chase you.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Khalif Raymond now. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up. Then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost the lead as a result. Really tough sequence right there. I don't think coaches have to remind them to hold on to the football. They've just got to find a way to get it done.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Goff. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and out will come the offense as they take over. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They stay on the ground with White. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 106 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. First down, Mayfield. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Tampa Bay.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They'll try the right side here with White. Even with him busting through the contact, he'll still be stopped just inside the 35. From the 34-yard line, here's a 2nd and 9. Throwing, Mayfield. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. And the Lions are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. But now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Now it's Goff. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 38-yard line. Back to throw, Goff. He's got a man here. It's Montgomery. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
They go with the empty set there. 5 receivers in the formation. Normally, you want to have a running back in the block, but in this case, he's lined up to the right, and he ends up getting the football. A lot of confusion caused defensively, and it turns into a big play.
First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 18-yard line.
Goff now looks to throw. That's to the tight end, Laporta. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And that is incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. So give him 3 on that drive. Normally you'd say we'll take it, but the way points have been flying around, it feels like a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah, you just have to wonder, are field goals going to be enough? Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. They run straight ahead here with White. A little juke. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their number 1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
3rd and short yardage. Mayfield. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And his throw here is incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Now a 2nd and 10. Running out of the gun with White. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. Need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fielded just inside the 20. So a change of possession here on the punt. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
Enough material. 2nd and 10 here as we sit in the third quarter of this divisional round matchup. From the gun, here's Goff. That's into the hands of Reynolds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Goff. That'll be caught by St. Brown. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's one of those where it feels like backyard football in a sense. You say forget about the route. Just run to the open spot in the middle of the field, and I'll find you. Good throw, good concentration on the catch, and they pick up the first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To the air again. Goff. That'll be caught with St. Brown. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a gain of 35.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Goff. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Meanwhile, Goff's throw into the hands of Reynolds here. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Goff. He's got it to Williams. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Just a gain of a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw is Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Again, Goff. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Lions have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. In racing, going 3 wide is a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Devin Tompkins on the return. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now Mayfield to the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. They go play action. Mayfield looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Ford Field. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. Now a give to White. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Jack Campbell with a pick. Still going. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick 6. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brand, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just want to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did, and came through with a big-time pick 6.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the 4th quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started. And he goes out right around the 39. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Mayfield. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, a run from White. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will finally be wrestled down at the Lions' 12-yard line. A big gainer there on 3rd and 1. 49 yards on the ground. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Here's Mayfield. Throw out right. It's brought in by Otten. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards. To throw, Mayfield. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
After the made field goal, here's McLaughlin back out there to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The Lions offense set to take over. And now first downs are key. They want to keep that clock moving, up by 2 scores as they try to cement their place in the conference championship round in 1 week's time. Now a first down throw. Gone. Over the middle, complete. It's Reynolds. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 31, here's 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Goff. That is caught by Laporta. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are right back in this football game. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Buccaneers offense ready to rock and roll again. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. The drive starts with a run by White. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Mayfield to throw it. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you can earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now 3rd down and very long. Throwing, Mayfield. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back, because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's taken on the 25. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. Amon-Ra St. Brown and the rest of the Detroit Lions getting set for another series here. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen it got...
Oh, and a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. This one swung out to Montgomery. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
It's now 3rd down and 3.
Now gone. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Levante David able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down.
I know nowadays they give a lot of guys different things when they get to the sidelines after creating a big play, but just throw a cape on this guy because he single-handedly ended multiple drives. Interception earlier, Sack on third down. Really? Should have a better game plan installed for how to contain him because he's affecting this game in so many ways.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. Offense heading back out, and with him comes Rachaad White. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you someone has sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now Mayfield. Can't get away, and he's taken down. This is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Another try after the first down sack. Mayfield. He finds his target. It's Evans. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Back to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a one-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting the field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. On second down, Mayfield again. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. John Kaminsky, his second sack of the night.
But tell the statistician to add another one to their impressive total today. Great week for the defensive front. A tough one for that offensive line. Quarterback getting right back behind that one, hoping for more time to attempt a likely third down pass.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the gun, Mayfield. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. So the drive stays alive after the 4th down conversion. 1st and 10 inside the 30. They keep it on the ground. White again. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Mayfield now on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Bucs try it on 4th down, but come up empty. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. From the 48-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. and they sent the man in motion too late. This is going to be a delay.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still second down.
Back to Montgomery on second down.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a third down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Up the middle, it's Montgomery.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Now a timeout called for by the defense on second down, Montgomery. The Bucs forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Goff.
That is caught. And he will have a Lions first down, and that's the one that should seal a victory.
A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And the Lions will take the knee here with victory in the cards. They go down to a knee, and with that, they're off to the NFC title game. And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough way for it to end.